let's check our local host and everything is make sure everything has been turned on or run. So right now, localhost is running the 3000 is actually running the scaffold if for smart contract debugging, and also the localhost 3001 it's actually running the front end for the app. So yeah, running all the tests of the smart contracts has been passed, just except for this one because this is your contract is a default contract and we are not using it. And yeah, everything is deployed on the Sophia network. But this one, right now, all these logs are actually the local high-hat networks because I also deploy on it because that's the first one you will be able to deploy, and then later on you can choose to deploy on the Sophia network, which is a testnet on Ethereum. And all right, so let's dive into what is proof of love. So proof of love, what does proof of love actually trying to solve? Is actually it's a very funny problem statement. I have never really done anything like this because it's a funny hackathon, so let's do something fun. So yeah, the most challenging problem actually in relationship, it's actually trust, equal effort, and also when your partner actually asks you, "Do you love me?" and then you say, "Yeah, yeah, I do love you a lot," and then she came back with a very great reply like, "Prove it to me." Like, bro, how do you prove, man? But so yeah, with proof of love, you can do it eventually. So how it works, for a very detailed write up, we'll write up on the write up in the Google form. But yeah, it's essentially like this. All right. So yeah, let's gonna yap a bit. So all right, this couple they actually go to our app, and then later on you can connect your wallet using Privy or Privy. I would call it Privy. So Privy is actually a smart wallet where you can log in with your OOs like Google or your socials, or can just use your email to do it. Also, it will create another wallet on the back end, but you don't really see it. It's Web 2 friendly, and also you can connect to your MetaMask or all of your EOA wallets. All right, so that's it. So okay, after that, when the user connects using this, and then they will actually have two options to actually do on ramping, where they want to swap the stay token to continue uh, their process of the apps. All right, so how they actually swap stay is actually they must use ETH or they must use MYR. So if they are using MYR, which is they will use PayNet's FPX or Do It Now product. So how it works is actually if they're doing on ramping, meaning they want to get MIR on, they want to get MIR to swap stay, they will request the ramping and then they will click the amount they want, and then after that they will just pay it via the payment gateway, and then later on from our merchant's account we will use a webhook to check that whether the payment is success or not, and then how the amount of it, and then we will send the exact amount of stay token and mint it on their privy wallet. That is one. If they are doing off ramping, it's pretty simple also. We'll go to the network and then check how many they want to off ramp, and then check the balance. Is it the logic? Is it okay? And if they're having the correct amount, and then we will burn the amount of stay tokens they want to off ramp, and then we will also just use our merchant account to send the amount of stay tokens to their own accounts, if that actually makes sense, right? So for Web3, it's pretty simple. Everything is just on chain. Everything is using wallet. You can use whatever your own preview wallet or your own MetaMask or your Trust wallet or your Pet Phantom or your anything, right? It's just on chain and it's pretty simple. All right. So later on, after they get a stay token, what happened is they will stake the exact amount to show that I'm locking my love towards you, or like my love inside the vault, you know? So that's how it works. And then if I'm, let's say today, you're another partner or you yourself, you want to break up, that's why I'll probably withdraw the funds, right? Here comes the tricky part. When you withdraw the funds, when you're trying to trigger it and it's less than a year, right? You'll get nothing. Instead, you'll get all your funds inside the contract vault, right? Inside the your stake vault will be transferred into an airdrop contract, and that will actually turns out an airdrop for the ones who actually are still together. So let's say if you are not breaking up and you get actually got more than 1 year, you'll be eligible to mint an NFT, and that NFT will make you eligible for the airdrop. And if it's you're still together but it's less than 1 year but nothing happens, right? You still need to wait at 1 year. So yeah, that's essentially the flow of it, the logic of it, and yeah, it's pretty chaotic, I would say. But yeah, alright. So okay, pretty simple. Let's not really. This is basically the debug console for the contracts, but yeah, nothing much actually. But let's kind of try it out. Let's say I want to buy with ETH, which is, yeah, I'll buy with 5, meaning I buy stay tokens with ETH. Oh my god, what am I talking about? Okay, wait 1 second. Let's confirm the transaction here, sign the transaction, and the transaction will be available on the Etherscan. Yeah, there's a lot of things to try it out here, but I don't think we have enough time to try it. But yeah, that's essentially. Let's go to the front end. So I can connect my wallet via Privy. I can just use my email. Let's use email, or you can connect your wallet actually. But let's use email. Let's pretend that we are Web2 users, and we will get an email confirmation. 1 second, let me type the code in. It's 226 226 975. Okay, we are in. So after we are in, we can actually swap the token, where we can choose to pay with PayNet. And then later on, they will be able to for you to choose for you to actually pay with the XPX payment gateway, or you want to pay with Do It Now, or you can use either to swap. Actually, it will just detect your PV account whether you have if to swap or not. That's actually for the ramping one. And yeah, basically, so after the payments there, we can actually also view the NFT, which is actually if you are staying together with what with it for a year, you'll get a bronze NFT, which is a bronze tier, which you can actually mint 5% of the total airdrops, where the airdrops is actually funded by the less than 1 year withdrawal trigger, meaning the break up trigger, let's call that break up trigger. And then if you are with together with 2 years and 3 years, there will be a silver tier and gold tier also, which actually eligible for you for a larger amount of airdrop. So yeah, the airdrops essentially just look like that. You can the backend itself will actually detect which NFT you get through the IPFS metadata here, which everything is actually on chain right now, on the IPFS, which will be fetched later. Yeah, it's actually already included. So yeah, that's essentially it for the app, where yeah, this is the on-off ramping. So yeah, that's it.